Politics? Oh yes, politics. That game that drives us crazy is something we shouldn't really be talking about. However, in the meantime, I shall be narrating for old man Gino, the wise wanderer, and at this moment he is at his cozy abode, his home. Now he might not be wandering physically, but the wanderlust of knowledge is always on the move. So let's dive into the intriguing topic at hand. No more parties, a case for abolishing political parties. But don't worry, we're not suggesting we turn into a dictatorship like North Korea. On the contrary, we're proposing we embrace a more direct and participatory form of democracy. First, let me tell you why political parties are tribal. They tend to make us look divided, adversarial, conniving, and manipulative. Red versus blue sound familiar, but are we really that different from one another? Most of us are more nuanced than we think. According to a study by the Pew Research Center, 38% of Americans have a mix of liberal and conservative views on different issues. So why do we have to choose between two extremes? Are political parties intentionally dividing us? And can we bridge the gap between red and blue? You know, John Adams once said, "There is nothing which I dread so much as a division of the republic into two great parties." Maybe he had a point. Second, let me explain why political parties don't actually represent us. Can any political party fully represent you or me with all our unique interests and quirks? It seems like a tall order. But think about it. If tech corporations know us inside out, why can't politics do the same? Maybe it's time to explore true direct democracy with a modern twist. Here's an example. In Switzerland, citizens can vote directly on various issues through referendums and initiatives. They can also propose new laws or challenge existing ones. This way, they have more control over their own destiny than relying on party representatives. Here's the chain of questions. Can we find a way to be fully known, yet fully anonymized in politics? And how can we ensure this system isn't easily corruptible? Remember, political parties are tools, not your identity. Ted Mallory had a point there. Third, let me show you why political parties are corrupt and easily corruptible. Politics and corruption like peas in a pod, right? But can we really blame politics entirely? It's a problem as old as time itself. However, we can introduce rules to minimize the damage. Political parties, on the other hand, sometimes thrive on who you know and favor. Here's an example. In Brazil, a massive corruption scandal involving political parties and state-owned companies rocked the country in 2014. It revealed that billions of dollars were siphoned off from public funds to bribe politicians and officials. Let's ask some questions. Can we separate power more effectively? And should we tolerate a system that's easily influenced by dodgy dough? DJ 𝙭has an interesting take on this. I think government and political parties reward its employees based on corruption and not based on performance. Food for thought, huh? Fourth, let me demonstrate why political parties are outdated. Now, think about this. Political parties had their place in the 20th century, but are they still relevant today? In a world facing climate disasters, economic turmoil, and inequality, we need unity and consensus, not bickering and division. Here's an example. In New Zealand, Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has been praised for her handling of the COVID-19 pandemic and other crises. She has shown that she can work with different parties and groups to find solutions that benefit everyone. Here's the chain of thought. Can we move past adversarial politics? And are parties holding us back from addressing critical issues? Ehsan Segal said it right. Most of the political parties criticize the party in power, not for the best of the people, but to get the power for itself. Sounds like a reality check, doesn't it? Final thoughts. So, what's the alternative to political parties? Technologies like blockchain and citizen assemblies might hold the key to a more unified society that works together toward common goals. It might sound a bit like John Lennon's Imagine, but hey, why not strive for something better? In conclusion, the party's over, and we're just waiting for the last lingerers to get their coats. But remember, my fellow wanderers, the journey of knowledge never truly ends. So until next time, keep those questions coming, keep those minds open, and remember, the journey of knowledge is the destination.